Of course, we respect every opposition. We spoke about this even before the New Zealand series started, and then later on England was the most challenging, and then Bangladesh, played extremely well as well. So, in terms of how we want to prepare, we've been in the best preparation mode, and the results have also gone in our favor. All the players who are in the squad have had good run-ins, whether it be it with the bat or with the ball. So overall, really happy with the way we are at this juncture, leading up to this Test series. Of course, we all know the Australian team. They are really professional, and we'd like to treat them as any other team. I mean, I don't think we need to attach any other significance to the series rather than look at how we want to go about and tick all those boxes that we've been doing over the last 6 to 8 months. No, I think overall, they're a good side. They have some good bowlers, good batters, and the approach that they tend to take is to be aggressive. So that's something that we are aware of, and we will put together strategies in place which can counter that. No, I can only talk about since the time that I've been involved. I think one thing that we have constantly spoken about and also try to be aware of is what is in our control. And the least that we discuss is about the pitch, about toss, and yes, we keep encountering these kind of questions every time. At the start of the series or at the start of the match, saying, how's the pitch? What do you think about the toss? And I think if you look back at the 9 test matches that we played at home, each one has its own challenges. We played on some new venues, so it was the first test match similar to this particular test match as well. So we played on really venues where test cricket hasn't been played before. So in that sense, I think this team is capable of adjusting, adapting to whatever challenges come up, and I'm really satisfied with the way things have gone, and even going forward, I think these are good things. Wherein, on the last day of the Test match in Chennai, I don't think many gave India a chance to win the match. Let alone, after England scored almost 500 runs in the first innings, and even in Mumbai. It was a similar case where we lost the toss and they scored more than 400 runs. And in spite of that, we won by an innings and some runs, and even in Chennai. So that's the beauty about this team. And even in Calcutta, when we played New Zealand, it was a very different conditions where the seamers came into the picture. And then, I think we had answers to all those questions. And that's what you want from a championship team. And that's exactly what we are trying to build towards, and not really worry about the pitch or the conditions. No, I think it's all about trying to put together a squad which we want to keep going forward, and they all want to be a part of the team. And for us to build a champion team, this is the 14th Test match in this season, in a season where we're playing 17 Test matches. So it's keeping the team together, I think, is what has brought in all these results, and that's exactly what we are trying to achieve as well. So we want options for any eventuality. We've had some injuries in the past which have been just before the game or on the day of the match. So that's the reason. And like I mentioned, we want to keep the team together and build on this, because this is the same set of players, maybe one or two here there, will be a part of Indian cricket in the Test arena for a long time. No, I think it's all about looking at the faster bowlers. We have Aniket Chaudhary here, we have Thambi, we have Nathu Singh. These are people who are in the scheme of things, and we would like to keep them as a part of our group. And even if you look back at the New Zealand series before the start, Jayant Yadav, Kuldeep Yadav, all of them were a part of this kind of a group where they came in and helped us prepare for the Test matches, and also trying to see how we can work along with them, because I haven't had a chance to work along all of them, because if you look at Indian cricket, you're constantly with the team. You hardly get time to look at the other domestic bowlers. So try and engage them in these kind of situations where you have 3 or 4 days leading up to a test match, and that's how we would like to address it. And I'm really glad that the people who we have identified and brought in. It's not necessary that they will be a part of the squad in the near future, but looking at the series coming up or even ahead, looking far ahead, I think it's important to keep them in the scheme of things and then try and bring them into a work culture that we all expect that is needed for success at the international level. And that's the only reasoning behind bringing all these bowlers into the setup.